Picture this. A lone adventurer stands amidst the silent sandstone walls of Utah's Blue John Canyon. The world around him is a masterpiece of nature's artistry, serene, breathtaking, and utterly indifferent to the fate of one man. Aron Ralston, 27 years old, is no stranger to these wildernesses. He thrives on danger, lives for the rush of scaling cliffs and conquering the untamed. But this time, the wilderness would demand more than sweat and skill. It would demand his very will to survive. "I came to Utah to lose myself in the wilderness," Aron later wrote. "But instead, I found something greater." Before this fateful hike, Aron was living life to the fullest. He had left a steady job as a mechanical engineer to pursue his passion for outdoor adventure. Climbing peaks, skiing backcountry slopes, and biking through rugged terrain were his life's essence. Friends knew him as fearless, even reckless. He often embarked on solo trips, driven by a deep connection to nature and the solitude it offered. But on April 26, 2003, his love for adventure brought him to Blue John Canyon, a remote, narrow slot canyon in the Utah desert. Located near Canyonlands National Park, this area is a labyrinth of twisting rock passages carved over millennia by wind and water. The canyon's walls rise hundreds of feet, sometimes narrowing to mere inches apart, creating both awe and peril. It's a place of raw beauty, its golden sandstone shimmering under the desert sun. But it's also a place where one wrong move can seal your fate. Aron entered the canyon with no map, no phone, and no companion. Just him, his gear, and the vast wilderness. But as he descended into its depths, a loose boulder tumbled, pinning his right arm to the canyon wall. Aron was trapped, alone, and hours from any help. At first, Aron didn't panic. He used his climbing experience to try every conceivable method of escape. He pushed, he pulled. He constructed a makeshift pulley system using ropes and carabiners. But the 800-pound boulder refused to budge. As time passed, Aron's situation worsened. The desert sun baked him by day, while the nights plunged into freezing cold. His water ran out within days, forcing him to drink his own urine to stave off dehydration. His food, a couple of burritos, became nothing but crumbs. Aron recorded video messages on his camcorder, apologizing to his loved ones and sharing his final thoughts. "Mom, Dad, I love you, I'm sorry. I wish I'd been a better son." By the 5th day, Aron knew there was only one way out. He would have to amputate his own arm. Using a dull multi-tool knife, Aron began the unthinkable. But as he tried to cut through, he realized he couldn't sever the bone with his tool. That's when he made a horrifying decision. He would have to break his own arm. Bracing his body against the canyon wall, Aron twisted and pressed until he heard the sickening snap of his bones shattering. "It sounded like a thunderclap in my head," he recalled. With the bone broken, he used the knife to cut through muscle, tendons, and skin. The pain was searing, but Aron pressed on, fueled by sheer willpower. After hours of agony, Aron was free. Bleeding and exhausted, he rappelled down a 65-foot wall with one arm and began hiking 6 miles toward safety. A family hiking nearby spotted him and immediately called for help. Aron was finally rescued, alive but forever changed. When news of Aron's ordeal reached his family and friends, their initial shock turned to overwhelming relief. His mother, Donna, later said, "We had prepared ourselves for the worst. To hear he was alive was a miracle." Aron was airlifted to a hospital in Grand Junction, Colorado, where he underwent multiple surgeries. Doctors were amazed at his resilience, noting how his decision to amputate likely saved his life. Despite the physical toll, Aron's spirit remained unbroken. His recovery was grueling, both physically and emotionally, but he refused to let his handicap define him. "Losing my arm wasn't the end of my life. It was the beginning of a new one," he wrote. Aron didn't just survive, he thrived. Less than a year after his rescue, he returned to climbing, conquering peaks he had dreamed of for years. He summited all 59 of Colorado's 14ers, mountains over 14,000 feet, and even competed in ultramarathons. His story inspired millions when he published his memoir, Between a Rock and a Hard Place, and later became the subject of the critically acclaimed film, 127 Hours. Aron became a motivational speaker, sharing his message of resilience, courage, and the will to live. He married and started a family, fulfilling the vision of the son who had appeared to him during his ordeal. And now, as promised, here are the real images from Aron's journey. Here's Aron's smiling face after the rescue, the infamous boulder that almost claimed his life, and the camcorder where he recorded his last goodbyes. These photos bring his incredible story to life and remind us all of the strength of the human spirit. Aron Ralston's story isn't just about surviving, it's about living fully no matter the odds. His journey reminds us that even in our darkest moments, there is light, there is hope, and there is the will to keep going. And now you know the rest of Aron's story. Survival tip of the day. Always let someone know your travel plans before heading out on a solo adventure. It might seem unnecessary, but this one simple step could mean the difference between life and death in an emergency. Share details like your destination, planned route, and expected return time with a trusted friend or family member. Consider using a mobile app or device that allows others to track your location in real time. And remember, having the right tools can make all the difference. Aron Ralston's survival hinged on carrying a reliable multi-tool, which ultimately became the key to his rescue. When preparing for any outdoor adventure, pack essentials such as a durable multi-tool, a fully charged personal locator beacon, PLB, or GPS device, and a compact first aid kit. These items are lightweight yet incredibly powerful in critical situations. Additionally, familiarize yourself with basic survival skills, like creating makeshift splints, signaling for help, and rationing food and water. Emergencies don't just test your equipment, they test your knowledge and adaptability. For more tips on essential survival gear and strategies, check out the links in the description below. You'll find recommendations for tools that every adventurer should have, including high-quality multi-tools, GPS trackers, and portable emergency kits. With preparation, awareness, and the right mindset, you can face the unexpected with confidence and resilience.